Well, Stallions. Today I just want to talk about a few things. I recently picked up a book, and it's pretty awesome. It's something I've been kind of eyeballing forever. I've been looking forward to it. I've been on the fence, but I've been wanting it, and it involves a certain character. Yeah. So anyway, okay. There might be some people out there that might give you some advice, like, hey, you know what you really need? What will really go up in value is Hulk 181, the first appearance of Wolverine, the first full appearance, right? And you might take that advice and go, you're right, man. I'm going to go out there and get it. Next thing you know, you're in debt. You can't pay your electric bill. You can't pay your school loan. You can't even feed your dog. So nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you miss the boat, right? Like me, I missed the boat on that. Sometimes you're just going to wait for it to crash. Things will crash, and you'll be able to attain these things. Maybe just luck out. Just don't get sucked into things. But what I can do is recommend settling for things, which is what I do on a nightly basis, is settle. Wait, what's that mean? I'm not sure what that means. But what I picked up recently is BAM! Hulk 180, the first appearance of Wolverine. There, I said it. Everyone knows it's true. I'm not alone. There's probably at least a million other people out there that have this book and do not have Hulk 181, and they agree with me, and we're a small army, we cannot be defeated. This is the very first appearance of Wolverine. Okay, maybe not the full appearance, but he's on the last page. They call him Weapon X. They call him Wolverine. He speaks to the Hulk and Wendigo. He's jumping out, and he's got his, dorky little clothes and his little, his old school costume. This is the very first appearance, if you ask me, for those who don't have Hulk 181. So I'm very happy to have this. It's really cool. I think if you're just getting into collecting comics and CGCs, whatever, or just first appearances, key issues and statues and stuff, and you're wanting something cool and special. Sometimes it's something that's a little off the beaten path. It's right next to the hot item, but it's right next to it. I think equally as special. So I think it's really cool. He's not on the cover. That's the only problem, but it's still a cool cover. We've got Wendigo. There's some cool 70s dialogues, 1974. Len Wein, I met that guy at a Dallas Con. I think he's a really cool guy. I mean, this guy is historical. This is a nice book. It's really cool. And on the back, got all kinds of prizes. Look at these prizes back here, which I thought was really cool. I love advertisements. So I always talk about the advertisements. That's going to be my thing. If you are involved in this and you filled out this form, you sold a bunch of, it's like a pyramid scheme, you sold a bunch of stuff. I mean, you could win like a tent, or like you could win walkie-talkies, so you could talk to your brother, play some hide and seek, or your sister, or whatever. Or you could win like a really cool 40, like a telescope here, so you could watch like fake moon landings. Or you could there's a metal detector, so you could find like coins. That'd be sweet. And there's even like this really awesome full-size wood guitar. In the future, we called that like an acoustic guitar, and that's also something you would get dates with. Back in the 70s, you had to have that. You can get dates. So that was a necessity. So I'm really happy to have that book. So this would be a small haul. Another book that I got was the very first appearance of the Creeper. Man, that's pretty sweet. We got Jack Ryder, right? Isn't that his name? I'm pretty sure Jack Ryder. Showcase number 73. This is back in 68. Yes, 68. So Ditko recently passed. I was like, man, look, I love the Creeper. I love when legendary Marvel artists and creators go to different companies like DC, Kirby. When Kirby did it, like the New Gods and the Demon Etrigan, Jason Blood, that's like one of my all-time favorite characters. I love Orion. I love, for some reason, there's some magic when they go over there. It's just like this, it's just like a desperately original, cool concept usually when these guys go over there. And I think the Creeper is one of them. He's like an anchorman, a journalist. I don't know, but he turned into this crazy amalgam of like the Joker and like Spider-Man. He's like running around. He's just like a very cool character that I think when I was doing one contest, somebody commented and said that he would love to see the Creeper move, and I agree. I think the Creeper is cool. I'm not sure if it will ever be done, but I love the Creeper, and it's a legendary artist and his creation. Pretty cool. Steve Ditko. Oh, man, there's more. I was just on a Ditko kick. But the truth is, I've been eyeing this book for a long time too, because in the 90s I loved the Hawk and Dove run. I was picking that up at like gas stations or drugstores all the time. Like Hawk and Dove and New Warriors. Those are my what do you call them? I don't know, guilty pleasures. I loved those books in the 90s, and I was just all about them. And I think they came out different times. But those are the books that no one else liked when I was a kid. Everyone loved X-Men, everyone loved Spider-Man, but no one that I knew collected New Warriors or Hawk and Dove, and I did. But this is, what's his name? Oh gosh, Don Hall. He died in Crisis on Infinite Earths number 12, which I had no idea who these characters were, and I just remember reading that book, and I knew it was serious because people were dying left and right. So it was a really cool book. Steve Ditko, again, going to DC and creating some old school, I guess you could call them ridiculous, corny concepts, but I really like them. I think it's cool. And they're also going to be on, the new Teen Titans show and that thing. I was at a con recently, and I'm going to do a haul about that later, but I picked up the CGC, I'm just doing the CGC books. They're all stacked. They were together. Recent pickups, right? So this is, what is it? Cyberblade and She, Battle for the Independence #1. This is the very first appearance of, Panzini? Sarah Panzini. Panzini. Dang it. Witchblade, right? So it's the first appearance of Witchblade. Pretty sweet. And I got this for like $10. I was like, yeah, I'll take it off your hands. I know it's not worth a whole lot. Maybe that's not a good price, but it's like $10, I'll take it. Plus, it's Marc Silvestri, one of the greatest artists, one of my favorite artists, favorite X-Men artists, and favorite Wolverine artists. Love Marc Silvestri, so man, he used to be awesome. Really cool book. And let's take a little swig off this Nightcrawler Kurt Wagner pint glass. We're doing a little pills in here. I'm doing the Founders right now. I'm digging it. Just real quick, I've been so busy. Work's been busy. Kids going to college, kids being born. It's very hectic for me right now. But, I haven't had a chance to go to my local comic book shop and pick up my stack that I'm sure is growing, which stinks. Even though I've been cutting back, I'm sure it's still a big stack. So I went to this other place down the street where I live, and it's like kind of like a used store, but they also have comics. So I was like, you know what? Let's look around. Let's look for things outside of my pull box. So I might just start doing that from now on. Outside of my pull box, things I'm just going to pick up off the shelf. I didn't order them. I didn't pre-order them. I didn't even put any thought into it, even though this should be obvious. I mean, I'm a huge Punisher fan, but I have not read any Punisher recently, so I picked up this Rosenberg Punisher #1, Legacy 229. I can't believe there's 229. That many Punishers. I mean, man, it seems like it wasn't that long ago. That's how old I am. But the art in this thing is super sweet. I can't wait to read it. The art is really cool. Let's see who did that. Kudransky. It looks like Punisher Max style stuff. It's really dark and very cool, and it's just I haven't seen that in too many Marvel books lately, and it's got me really excited. So Rosenberg, I've been really digging his Astonishing X-Men, so I was like, yes, I'm doing this. And maybe he's been doing that for a while. I just have not been buying Punisher, and this I heard good things about. I'm a huge X-Men fan, but I've not been enjoying the 90% of the X-Men books. But I'm slowly getting back into them. So I heard really good things about this, and I saw Cable, and I saw some other things happen in this book. I was like, whoa, what? All right, let's try it. We got Cable. I saw Vampire Storm getting killed by Ahab. Freaking Ahab. From back in the day, Power Pack stuff. Man, heck yeah. So I was like, okay, the next big epic starts here, and the cover's great. So let's try it out. I really hope that this whole X-Men team out of time goes away. Great, they really need to do that. And, the thing about going to one of these shops is they're all beat up. But I really enjoyed, I was surprised that I enjoyed it so much, but I really enjoyed Mr. and Mrs. X, Gambit and Rogue, little adventure. The only drawback for the first issue was Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde is more like Scott Summers. She's like just a Scott Summers with a better physique. But I really enjoyed that first issue. This is not my pool, but I thought I'd check it out. And then you got some really cool, I mean, it's Deadpool, but I actually enjoyed the first issue. I hope this doesn't ruin it. Hope it stays good, because I really like the concept. And I don't remember if I put this in my pool or not, but I was like, oh yeah, I have to have this. This is like a really cool Iceman cover. It's like, you don't see those every day. I want to read more about this. He's not in Astonishing X-Men. I'm not really sure what this is about. He's not in that team, but I guess it'd be cool if he was. But man, that's a really sick Iceman cover. He looks badass. It's like, why don't they just draw him like this more often? That could be a really cool character. The guy's been around for 60 years. I have a statue of him. It's like, I like what you're doing there. Oh yeah, that looks good though. Can't wait to figure out what this is about. This is really cool. I heard good things about this. So that's it. All right, guys, that's it. A small haul, a small out of the pool box haul there. This is the XM Studios Wolverine. Still, to this day, one of my favorite pieces. It just pops. The colors are awesome. The base is freaking sweet. You got a giant Sentinel head. I did a review on this back in the day when I first started, and it was pretty bad. I don't know. A lot of people don't like it, but for me, it's it's still my favorite Wolverine. I think the face is awesome. I think the costume's cool, and it's a solid, hefty piece. There's only like 999 of them. It's I guess semi rare. I'll just have them face it. The drawback is like right here. These look like testicles. But I'm sticking with this, and I know there's a lot of people out there that did freaking awesome reviews of the new Sideshow Collectibles Wolverine. More power to you. It was a great looking piece. It's great. But for me, I'm sticking with this. Can't wait to enjoy more of this and see more reviews and get more from the X-Men line if I don't get in trouble. Okay, that's it. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm taking too many sips from the Kurt Wagner Pilsner glass. Guys, stay excellent to each other. Try to stay positive, okay? Remember, Magneto is right. We'll see you next time.